Hello guys, so we have completed our numerical questions which were about 43 questions, and in the last video I told you that I will check the previous year JEE mains questions, okay, and JEE advanced questions, because when I was solving other institutions questions, okay, there I covered as much previous year questions as I can, okay, means almost previous year questions, but it doesn't had the latest, okay, the latest new previous year questions, okay. So I checked this book, I got some new previous year questions, okay, which I didn't discuss, okay. So I'm discussing it now, and then we will discuss about the some problems which I have left due to some things, means some properties which will be taught to you when we move further, okay, then we will complete that. So this is the question number 1, okay. And if you don't find any JEE mains question here, then we have already covered it in the previous video, okay. Means I have solved many JEE mains questions, okay. You can check about 30 to 32 like that, okay. So now just let's read this question. This question is from JEE mains 2014, okay. The question says as follow: let alpha and beta be the roots of the equation px square plus qx plus r, comma p not equal to 0 if p comma q comma r are in AP, and 1 upon alpha plus 1 upon beta is equals to 4. Then the value of this alpha minus beta. Okay, we want to find the value of alpha minus beta. Now we have been given they are the roots, okay. Now what we can do, the things which we have, means things which we have, we know is that these terms are in AP, so 2q should be equals to p plus r. Let me call it as A. Now second things which I can get, that alpha plus beta upon alpha into beta is what, is 4. Let me call it as B, okay. Now what we can get further, what we can, okay. Now let's write the sum and product of the root. We have sum from the equation as minus q by p, and product alpha into beta as r by p, okay. Let me call it as this both as C, okay. Now if I divide throughout by equation A by p, okay, I can get product and sum, okay. I will get q by p, which will act as my sum, and r by p, which will act as my product, okay. So let's do it. Divide a by what, p, okay. When we divide what, we get q by p, okay, is equals to 1 plus r by p. Now let's substitute the value. What we are getting, it is q by p. We will move this minus here, so what we will get, 2 into alpha plus beta, okay, should be equals to 1 plus r by p. What is r by p? Alpha into beta, okay. Now further, if we move this here, okay, if I move this here, no, we can create this thing if I divide by alpha by beta, okay. So if I divide by alpha by beta, what I get, alpha plus beta upon alpha beta is equals to 1 upon alpha beta plus 1, okay. This is the thing which we got. Now let's continue it in the next page. What we had minus 2 alpha plus beta upon alpha into beta is equals to 1 upon alpha beta plus 1, okay. We had this thing. Now what we can do, we know its value, we have calculated its value, which is alpha plus beta upon alpha into beta is equals to 4. From here we got, so from B, okay, let me add the value. 2 into 4 should be equals to 1 upon alpha into beta plus 1, from where we got, from B, okay. So from B, now let's simplify this. What we are getting, this is 8 plus 1, okay. Let me move this here. 8 minus 9 should be equals to 1 upon alpha into beta, so alpha into beta is what, minus 1 by 9. So we got alpha into beta as, and so let me call it as 1, okay, numerical 1, okay. Now can we get this, I got alpha into beta, can I get alpha plus beta? Yes, easily. 1 upon alpha plus 1 upon beta is what, is 4, okay. Now if I multiply, alpha plus beta upon alpha into beta will be 4, okay. Now alpha plus beta, from here I can get, this is given, okay, this is given, you can check. Now alpha plus beta I will get 4 by 9, okay. So let me call it as a numerical 2, okay. Now what we can do, we can either find sum and product, okay. We have sum and product, we can form this equation, which was unknown. So the equation which was unknown will be x square minus into sum is what, minus 4 by 9, okay, into x plus product is what, product is minus 1 by 9, okay, product is minus 1 by 9, so equals to 0. Now if I multiply throughout by 9, okay, this is 9 plus 4x, okay, minus 1 should be equal to 0. This is the equation which we wanted. Let me call it as numerical 3. So I have given Roman numbers, okay. So now let's think about this alpha minus beta, okay, this thing. Now if you have learned, means if you are good at memorizing, you know that this value is automatically equal to under root d upon a. If you have not studied this or you cannot recall this, then just do this thing. This is modulus, square it. What, after squaring this, what you get? Alpha square minus 2 alpha beta plus beta square, okay. And alpha plus beta, you can further break it, alpha plus beta the whole square minus 2 alpha beta, and minus 2 alpha beta is minus 4 alpha into beta, okay. This is what mod alpha minus beta the whole square, okay. If I move it that side, what I get? Alpha minus beta should be equals to under root alpha plus beta, okay, the whole square minus 4 into alpha beta, okay. So our job is done, and this is the thing. From here you can get, or from here. Now let me use the next page and just let's solve it further. So I am going to use okay, let me solve it by with the formula, okay. Alpha minus beta under root, okay, alpha plus beta we had what, we had alpha plus beta we had minus 4 by 9, okay, the whole square minus 4 into minus 1 by 9. If you remember, product of the roots was minus 1 by 9, okay. Now what we can do, if we see here what we are getting, okay, this is 16 by 981, okay, minus this will become 4 by 9, okay. So here you can see we can move 3 outside, that's confirmed, okay. We can move 9 outside, they both are common, okay. Let me just see again, okay. We have minus 4 by 9, here we got 9 by a square, okay. So 4 into 9, we can move 2 outside, okay. And to make, okay, let's just simplify this, for make the denominator same 81 upon for this to be 9, okay, 16 plus 36, okay. What we are getting, we are getting under root 52, okay, 52 upon 81. So if I further break it, what I get, this will be upon 9, okay, upon under root 52. If we break 52, what we get, 52 2 2 6 2 1 2 1 3 and 13, okay. So we can write this as 2 into under root 13 by 9. So after simplifying, we got 2 into under root 13 by 9. So which is similar to this thing, which is 4th, okay. So 4 is the answer. So 4 is the answer. What is the answer? And you can get the answer easily using the formula, but I choose the difficult way so you can understand, okay. Not difficult way, but just different paths to get the same answer, okay. The more path you know, the better thing is good for you, okay. Now we are done with this JEE Main 2014 question. Now let's move on, okay. Let's move on to next question, and this is the next question. This question is from JEE Mains 2016, okay. The sum of all real values of x satisfying the equation. First, there is two quadratics. One is in the base x square minus 5x plus 5 the whole power, x square plus 4x minus 60 should be equals to 1. Now forget about the question, just think, okay. It should be equal to 1, okay. We want to find the x satisfying this thing, sum of all the x which are satisfying. First, you know when it can be equal to 1, if there is z, any constant, okay, any constant, okay, any constant. If it has power equal to 0, it will automatically become 1. So if x square plus 4x minus 60 is equals to 0, then what we have, x square plus 10x minus 6x minus 60 should be equal to 0. So we have x plus 10 and x minus 6. which will give us x is equals to minus 10 comma 6. Okay, so we got the 2x. Okay, for that it will be equal to 1. Now if this base, means if this base, any constant, okay, any constant, if this any constant, okay, upon power, okay, power can be in negative, no, doesn't matter. Okay, so any constant, if it becomes 1, okay, it becomes 1, then doesn't matter whatever the power is, it will be always be equal to 1. Okay, so let's make this one, this thing, which is x square minus 5x plus 5 should be equal to 1. Okay, if we solve it further, we have x square minus 5x plus 4 should be equal to 0, which gives us x square minus 4, sorry, x minus 4 x plus 1 should be equal to 0. Wait, this is the equation, it should be equal to 1. Okay, what, when I subtracted this, what I'm getting, 4. Okay, 4 ones are, okay, this will also be negative. So we are getting x is equals to 4 comma x is equals to 1. Okay, so we got these two values. Okay, 4 comma x is equals to 1, x is equals to 4 and x is equals to 1. Now if this thing, okay, if this thing means this x square, so we got the 4 values. Now if we check further, okay, let me take the next page. Okay, now just think again. Okay, one more, I think I am telling that this, okay, and this thing plus 4x minus 60 should be equal to 1. Okay, now if this thing means it becomes minus 1, and if it is even power, okay, if this is even power, then it will always be equal to 1, while if it is odd power, then this will not satisfy. Okay, so x square plus 4x minus 16 should be even, but for that we want to find x, for that it is even. Okay, so now let's check for which x it is minus 1, which is x square minus 5x plus 5 equals to minus 1. Then what we are getting, x square minus 5x, this will come here, plus 6 will be equal to 0. X square minus 2x minus 3x should be equal to 0. We are getting x minus 2 and x minus 3 as our roots. Okay, so x is equals to 2 comma 3. Now let's check for this value whether this f of x is even or not. For x is equals to 2, you can say that x square, which is 4 plus 8 minus 60, this will automatically even. Okay, although it will be negative, we will take it in means reverse. Okay, downward. Okay, that doesn't matter. Okay, so this is even, we got it is even. Okay, now for x is equals to 3, let's check what we are getting. X is equals to 3, we are getting 9 plus 12, okay, minus 16. Okay, what we have, 9 plus 12, 21. Okay, 21 minus 60. Okay, so we have something 29 like that. Okay, 41. Okay, we have 49. 49 is a odd number, minus 49, and you know if this number is on minus 1 की power minus 49, it will not be equal to 1. So we will reject this. X is equals to 3 will be rejected, while x is equals to 2 is accepted. Why accepted? Because it will be even. This will, because x is equals to 2 will make this even, and when there is an even power, what does it does, minus 1 will become 1, and so it will satisfy this condition. So how many values are possible, which we have got from the previous and from now also. So let's just put the values. We got minus 10, 6 and 4 comma 1. So minus 10, 6, 4 comma 1, and here from 2. Now let's sum of all. Okay, x, sum of all x. Okay, what we have, minus 10 plus 6 plus 4 plus 1 plus 2, what we have, minus, here we have minus 4. Okay, after this we were minus 4 will cancel out, giving me 3. So 3 is the answer. Okay, now we are done with this thing. Okay, so this was the question from JEE 2016, and you can see how they have twisted the equations. It is creating 2 plus 3, and means the equation are quite good and very easy calculation. Okay, the best part is you should be able to click what I should do to get the answer. Okay, so from here we can see fourth is the answer. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. Okay, Let's move on to the next question. The next question is this. Okay. If okay, this question is from JEEM 2017, but I will not do it. Okay, I will do it after sequence and series because it uses application of sequence series, and since we have not done sequence and series, okay, I have not taught sequence and series, so I will not use it. Okay, I will complete these questions which involve sequence and series after solving sequence and series. Okay, so till then we will hold on this question. Okay, this question is from JEEM 2017. Okay, I will solve it when we are done with sequence and series, or we are done that topic of summation. Okay, it involves summation. Now this is question number, means this is just recent, means 2018 question. The question says as follow: let S is a means set of X belonging to R. X is greater than equal to 0. Okay, always, and 2 mod under root X minus 3 mod plus under root X into under root X minus 6 open bracket plus 6. Okay, it is inside a bracket, plus 6 should be equal to 0. So then S contains exactly 4 elements. So this set S is a set. Okay, although you can see it is roster form. Okay, roster or tabular. Okay, roster or tabular. Okay, contains exactly 4 elements. Is first option is contain exactly 4 elements, second option is an empty set, third is contains exactly 1 element, and fourth option contain exactly 2 elements. Now the main thing is, can you predict that if this question is from quadratic? That is the best part. Okay, if you can predict that this question is from quadratic, then your job is done. Okay, so first thing, that this question is from quadratic. Okay, how you can know that these two terms will multiply? These two terms, although it is not forming x square, there is not necessary condition. Okay, it should be x plus 1 by 2x, like that stuff will also form a quadratic equation. Okay, means something similar to quadratic equation, two terms. Okay, they have power difference. Okay, so you can means this question is mostly about how you can get the elements of this set. Okay, so there will be uses of quadratic fundas, because why? Because you can see it is multiplying. Okay, it will form something similar to a quadratic like expression. So let's just consider this expression: under root x minus 3, this is inside mod, under root x minus 6 plus 6 should be equal to 0. Okay, this is the expression. Now x should be greater than equal to 0. Why? Because under root mod x minus 3 should be always positive. So and here they are telling x belongs to R. Further on, what we have, 2 into under root x minus 3 mod plus, if I multiply this, what I have, x minus 6 under root x plus 6 equal to 0. Now can I form a perfect square of this? Yes, I can surely form. It is x square minus 2 into x means 3. I need either here 9. Okay, if I add plus 3 and minus 3, what I get? 2 into x minus 3 mod plus x, okay, minus 6 into under root x plus 9 minus 3 should do my job. Okay, after this, what I can do? 2 into under root x minus 3 plus, here what I have, x minus 3. Okay, x minus 3 under root x minus 3 the whole square minus 3 should be equal to 0. So now we know that mod under root x minus 3, okay, and this under root x minus 3 the whole square is equals to mod under root x minus 3 the whole square. Okay, this is the property. Okay, this is the property which we have learned in inequalities. These properties. Okay, now let me take the next page. Okay, the next page is as follow. If I means we have this x minus 3, let us take as t. Okay, so our equation will become 2t plus t square minus 3 should be equal to 0, which will give me t square plus 2t minus 3 should be equal to 0, leading us to 2. There should be 3. So 3t minus t, okay, minus 3 should give me 0. So t plus 3 and t minus 1. Okay, t minus 1 should be give me 0. So t is equals to what? Minus 3, and t is equals to 1. Now let's substitute the value x minus 3 mod, okay, is minus 3, or under root x minus 3 is what, equal to 1, but mod is greater than equal to 0. So minus 3 means negative value is not possible. Okay, so we will reject this. Okay, we will reject this. So this is the only option left, under root x minus 3 and when we open modulus, here plus minus 1 will appear. So we will get x is equals to 4 comma x is equals to, if it was minus we would have got 2. Okay, so under root x is equals to 4 comma, if we take square both side we get x is equals to 16 comma 4. So this set contains only 2 elements of x. Okay, so is there any option which are 16 and 4? So fourth is the answer, which says contain exactly 2 elements. Okay, exactly 2 elements. So 4 is the answer. 4 is the answer. 4 is the answer. Okay guys, now let's move on further to the next question. Okay, and then we will see. Now we are done with JEE Mains question, means all JEE Mains question we have done, the latest few, although I don't have covered JEE 2019-2020. Okay, when we are done with our syllabus we will complete it. Okay, I collected as much questions as I can. This question is from JEE Advanced 2016. Okay, I have covered almost JEE Advanced question. Okay, except 2019 and 2020. Okay, so the question says as follows: let minus pi by 6, theta is between minus pi by 6 to minus pi by 2l. Suppose alpha 1 and beta 1 are the roots of the equation x square minus 2x sec theta plus 1, and alpha 2 and beta 2 are the roots of the equation x square plus 2x tan theta minus 1 equals to 0. It is telling alpha 1 is greater than beta 1 and alpha 2 is greater than beta 2, then alpha 1 plus beta 2 equals to, the options are 2 sec theta minus tan theta, 2 sec theta minus 2 tan theta, and fourth option is 0. So we are first every information means alpha 1 is greater than beta 1 they are giving, and alpha 2 is greater than beta 2, and alpha 1 plus beta 2 we need to find out. Okay, so alpha 1 and beta 1 are the roots of this equation, and alpha 2 beta 2 are the root of this equation. So we can find alpha 1 and beta 1 from here and alpha 2 beta 2 from here. Okay, that thing we can do. Okay, now one more thing, this theta is in fourth quadrant. How you can know this? Okay, how you will come to know that this theta is in fourth quadrant? Okay, for that you have to use the basic fundas of calculating angle into means degree. Okay, otherwise although you can easily predict this minus pi by 6. Okay, easy, 180 divided by 6. Okay, minus 30 degree. Okay, and this is something like 15 degree I guess. 60 upon 4, 30 upon 2, minus 15 degree. Okay, so if we take a circular arc like this, here 15 degree, here 30 degree. Okay, there 15 degree, something like that. Okay, so what we got, it is minus 30 degree, theta is 1 and minus 15 degree. Okay, which is fourth quadrant. That is the whole story. Okay, fourth quadrant. Okay, now where this will be useful I don't know, but there can be at any point, because JEE Advanced questions means they use every information. Okay, so now let's find the alpha 1 and beta 1 from here. So alpha 1, okay, or beta 1, let me call it as x1. Okay, so x1 is minus into minus 2, which is 2 sec theta, plus minus under root, what it is, 4 sec square theta minus 4, okay, upon 2, which will indirectly lead me to 2 will cancel out, and here sec square theta minus 1, it is what, tan square theta plus minus tan theta. Okay, this is x1. Now let's just see what we got. So we got x1 is equals to sec theta plus minus tan theta. Okay, this is our root. Okay, now this can be written in two forms. This root can be written in two forms. One can be sec theta plus tan theta. Okay, and other can be sec theta minus tan theta. Okay, other can be sec theta minus tan theta. So how we will come to know which one is alpha 1 and which one is beta 1? So now here the quadrant thing will come in picture. Okay, like we know theta is in fourth quadrant. Okay, theta is in fourth quadrant. Okay, in fourth quadrant sec is positive or not? Sec is positive, sec theta is positive. Okay, sec theta is positive, and tan theta is what? Tan theta is negative. Okay, so here this is negative, here also this is negative. So here negative. Okay, this 2 will become positive, while here plus minus will become negative, so this will be less. and from here the information is given that alpha 1, whichever is alpha 1, is greater than beta 1, and we know this one is greater than, so alpha 1 is nothing but sec theta minus tan theta. Okay, we got this thing. And beta 1 is what? Sec theta plus tan theta. Okay, so we got this from here. Now further let's do the same thing. Okay, let me call it as a, let's do the same thing for the second equation. So its root, let me call it as x2. It will be minus 2 tan theta, okay, plus minus under root 4 tan square theta, 4 tan square theta plus 4 upon 2. Okay, so 2 we will take 2 outside, so it will come tan theta plus minus, this will become tan square theta plus 1, and this 2 will nullify, which finally give me tan theta, and tan square theta plus 1 is what? Plus minus sec theta. So we got the x2. Let me take the next page. Okay, so we have x2 as what? Minus tan theta, okay, plus sec theta, plus minus sec theta. Okay, now I can, this one I can write it again in two forms. Which forms? The first form is minus tan theta, okay, here sec theta comes positive, sec theta, and the next form is minus tan theta, and this sec theta comes negative. Okay, now what do we know? Theta is in fourth quadrant, tan theta is negative, okay, while sec theta is positive. Okay, sec theta is positive. Okay, so we got this information. This is negative, positive. Okay, this is positive, these both are positive, and this is negative, so both will become negative, positive. So these both are positive. Now what thing will decide the thing? Okay, this is what? Positive, positive minus negative, it will be less, while positive plus positive, it will be much. So alpha 2 is nothing but sec theta minus tan theta. Okay, and beta 2 is what? Minus tan theta minus sec theta. Okay, so we got this, and here the condition satisfies alpha 2 is greater than beta 2, and there here the condition satisfies, okay, here the condition is satisfied that alpha 1 is greater than beta 1. Okay, so all the informations are correct, so we are moving right in the right direction. Now what we require alpha 1 plus beta 2 value, and identifying alpha 1 and beta 1 and alpha 2 beta 2, what the means, what the crux of this question means. Crux, if you know the crux of this question, then your job is done. Okay, so let's add them. Okay, we have alpha 1 is what? We have alpha 1, let me write the alpha 1 is what? Sec theta minus tan theta, and alpha 2 is what? Beta 2 is what? Beta 2 is minus tan theta, okay, minus sec theta. Okay, so if we add, means this tan will remain and this sec will nullify, giving me minus tan theta. So minus 2 tan theta, so minus 2 tan theta is the answer, minus 2 tan theta is the answer. Okay, so we got so our answer is minus 2 tan theta is the answer. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. Okay, the next question is from JEE Advanced 2015. Okay, this is a multi-correct question. Okay, the question says as follows: let S be the set of all non-zero real numbers such that the quadratic equation alpha x square minus x plus alpha equal to 0 has two distinct real roots. Okay, x1 and x2. So they have given the real roots x1 and x2, satisfying the inequality. It should also satisfy the inequality mod x1 minus x2 should be less than 1. Which of the following interval is a subset of S? Now we want to find that S, this means these values are possible, and which are the subset of the value given. Okay, which are the subset possible. Okay, so it has two real distinct roots, so D should be greater than 0. This thing we can predict. Okay, so 1 minus 4 into alpha square should be greater than 0, which will give me if I means it is negative sign, so I will make it positive according to the rules of inequality. So 4 alpha square minus 1 should be less than 0, which will give me 2 alpha minus 1 and 2 alpha plus 1. Okay, should be less than 0, which will give me, if you draw Wavy curve, you will get it belongs from minus 1 by 2 to what? 1 by 2. Okay, so we got this thing. Let me call it as A. Okay, so we are calling it as A. Now let's apply the second condition, which is telling it should also satisfy mod x1 minus x2. Now to open means to this thing works in algebra, means in real numbers. In complex we don't open mod by squaring. Okay, So mod x1 minus x2 is given less than 1, so we will square both sides. What we are getting, x1 square plus x2 square minus 2 x1 x2, which will give me 1 square. Okay, and we don't know this value, so we can make it 1 plus z the whole square, and this will become minus 4 x1 x2. Okay, this thing is very easy. Okay, we have done many times. Now we have both the values. Now let's just get the values. X1 and x2 we have minus 1 by minus into minus 1 by alpha, and x1 into x2 we have alpha. Okay, 1. X1 into x2 we have 1. Okay, so we have both the values. So now let's just put the value 1 upon alpha square minus 4 should be what, less than 1. If I bring 1 here, what I get, 1 upon alpha square minus 5 should be less than 0. Okay, now I can apply a square minus b square. Okay, why do that? Let's just do one thing. Move this that side, 1 upon alpha square less than 5. Okay, this is always positive, so I can cross multiply it using it according to the rules of the inequality. 1 is 5 alpha square. Now we can do one more thing. 1 minus 5 alpha square should be less than 0, so I can write it 1 square minus under root 5 alpha the whole square. Okay, should be less than 0. So what we got, 1 plus under root 5 alpha and 1 minus under root 5 alpha, which will end up giving me 0. Okay, so what value I have? So I have alpha is equals to, okay, it belongs from minus 1 by 5 to 1 by 5 under root. Okay, so we got this value. Now let me call it as b. Okay, let me call it as b. Okay, so we got alpha range from here, and from one condition we have got the range from here. Okay, the means the possible values of alpha. So we will take intersection. Okay, so let me draw the wavy curve. Minus 1 by 2 minus 1 by under root 5. Okay, minus, okay, okay, sorry, it is negative term, so we will make it positive. Sorry, we have done a mistake. This will be under root 5 plus 1. Okay, under root 5 alpha. There should not be any negative term minus n with alpha. Okay, that is the rules of inequality. So this will be greater than 0, which will give me alpha as alpha belongs to minus infinity to minus 1 by under root 5 union 1 by under root 5 to infinity. Okay, let me call it as b. Okay, we are now, let's draw the wavy curve on the next page. So this is the wavy curve. Okay, what we have, minus 1 by under root 5. Okay, here what I have, 1 by 2. Here what I have, 1 upon under root 5. Here what I have, 1 by 2. Okay, 1 by 2. Now we know from the first condition, it is telling it is from minus 1 by 2 to 1 by 2. Okay, and from the second condition it is telling it is from minus infinity to minus 1 by root 5 upon from minus 1 by root 5 to infinity. So if I combine, means take intersection, this part, so alpha belongs to what, minus 1 by 2 to minus 1 by under root 5 union 1 by under root 5 to 1 by 2. Okay, so this is the answer. Now let's just check which are the subset possible in the options. Okay, the first option says minus 1 by 2 minus 1 by under root 5. Yeah, it is possible, the first. Okay, on the left side it is possible. Now second option is wrong. It is telling minus 1 by under root 5 to 0. Wrong, 0 is not included only. Okay, 0 to, though these are easy to means neglect. Okay, to cancel out. Okay, these are wrong. Now 1 by under root 5 to 1 by, this is right part. Okay, so this was a multiple correct option. So 1 comma 4 are the answer, okay. Okay, so we are done with this question. This question was from G Advanced. So first and fourth are the answer. So now let's move on to the next question. Okay, the next question is this question, which is the number, the question is from IIT 2011. Okay, this is a numerical question. Okay, the question says the number of distinct real roots of x raised to 4 minus 4x cube plus 12x square plus x minus 1 equal to 0. Okay, we want to find number of distinct real roots. To calculate the number of roots possible in any equation, okay, the one way is put f of x is equals to x and minus x and check the possible roots, plus and negative roots. Okay, but here you cannot just tell, means max number of roots possible. Okay, you can also tell that how many roots will be unreal. Okay, but the thing here is that you cannot tell whether the roots are same or different. Okay, so the first way of checking f of means f of x, okay, and f of minus x is fails here. Okay, we cannot tell the number of distinct real roots. Here the roots can be same also. Okay, so the other way which we use is checking f dash x. Okay, f dash x. Okay, one more thing, if there is a square means quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, if I square 2ax plus b, okay, this tell us the means if the quadratic is this, it will tangent the slope of the tangent. Okay, or okay, we will get the point at which the tangent, okay, it is the line is tangent. Okay, we will get the slope of the tangent. In other terms, you in calculus you will learn this thing in tangents and normal chapter, okay, which is a part of AOD. Okay, so we, and if I have a 4 power equation, if I take its f dash x, we get 3 equation, and we cannot means we have to do hit and trial. Okay, if one root is real, then other two root can be complex, but here if two roots are real, okay, then one root cannot be complex. Okay, it should be real. Okay, in that funda we can check whether the roots are real or not. So here it is a 4 power, so we have to differentiate twice. Okay, if I get a cubic equation and if I am able to predict by hit and trial, then I will tell yes it is real and distinct roots. Okay, let me show you how I am doing. Okay, if this is f of x, what is my f of x? X raised to 4 minus 4x cube plus 12x square, okay, plus x minus 1. If I take differentiate, what is f dash x? F dash x is 4x cube minus 12x square plus 24x, okay, plus 1. Okay, can I hit and trial? If I put 1, okay, 4 minus 12 plus 24 plus 1, okay, here it is not possible. Okay, it is not coming 0, so I cannot tell x is equals to 1 is a root. Okay, and the problem with cubic equation, if you are able to predict one root, the two root can be complex. Okay, if you are able to predict two roots, okay, then it is a best option. But if you are able to predict one root, you can put the means you can divide that root. Okay, you can divide this equation by that root and get a quadratic. Check its d. If it is d less than 0, then you can tell its roots are complex. So that part is also good. But here I am not able to predict even a single root. Okay, so I will you move forward for f double x. Okay, what I am getting, what I have, 12x square, okay, minus 24x, okay, plus 24. Okay, if I move 12 outside, what I have, x square minus 2x plus 1. Now let's check its d. Its d is what? 4 minus 4 into 1, okay, which is equal to 0. Okay, so two real distinct roots. Okay, 12 on there. Okay, this is 2. Okay, okay, I'm not doing this. 12. Okay, this is 2, so this will be 2. Okay, so this is d less than 0, it is minus 8. Okay, d is less than 0, so this thing x square minus 2x plus 2 is always greater than 0. Okay, so it means it has two roots, while two roots are what? Complex, imaginary. So it has only two real distinct roots. Okay, if so that was I was telling, moved means you can do that thing to cubic if you know one root. Okay, but in quadratic you can just, if you may do double differentiation, you will able to come to know that if its two root are what? Imaginary. Okay, then you can predict whether the rest of the means equations it will have two root, okay, distinct. So the answer is, so it has two roots real and distinct. Okay, the number of roots positive or in means unreal will appear in f double dash x or f dash x. Okay, you can check vice versa. Okay, so this was question number means this question was numerical. Now we will do one more question. Okay, so this is the next question. Okay, the question says as follow. This is the last question. Let p comma q be the integers and let alpha comma beta be the roots of the equation x square minus x minus 1 equal to 0, where alpha is not equal to beta. For n equal to 0 comma 1 comma 2, let an is equals to p alpha की power n plus q beta की power n, and the fact is given that if a and b are rational numbers and a plus b into under root 5 is equal to 0, then a equal to 0 equal to b. Okay, this is J Advanced 2017 question, and the first thing they are asking is a 12 is what? Okay, Now what we know that a1 is what? A1 is p alpha की power 1 plus q beta की power 1. So a12 will be p alpha की power 12 plus q beta की power 12. Now further what we can do, now if you see this equation, okay, when higher power appears, try to use the equations. Okay, so x square minus x minus 1 is given, so alpha is the root, alpha square minus alpha minus 1 should be equal to 0, satisfy. If I multiply it by alpha again, what I get? Alpha cube minus alpha square minus alpha should be equal to 0. If I multiply it again, I get alpha raised to 4 minus alpha cube minus alpha square is equals to 0. So alpha की power, okay, so I got this alpha cube is alpha square plus alpha, like that. Okay, now similar we can do with beta. Okay, just let me take the next page. Okay, the similar we can do with beta, which is beta square minus beta minus 1 is equals to 0. So beta cube minus beta square minus beta should be equal to 0. Beta raised to 4 minus beta cube minus beta square should be equal to 0. Okay, now okay, okay, so just now similarly we can do this key alpha, okay, alpha की power n is equals to alpha की power n minus 1 is equals to power alpha की n minus 2. Okay, similarly if we continue doing this, similarly we can write beta की power n minus beta की power n minus 1 minus beta की power n minus 2. Okay, so like this, and this should be equal to 0. And if I multiply here p, okay, and here if I multiply q, okay, now what do we can get from this? That we know an is p alpha की power n plus q b की power n. So let's add this. Okay, add, let me call it 1, this 2, add 1 and 2, add 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Okay, so if I add, I get p alpha की power n plus q beta की power n plus, okay, minus will move this side, p alpha की power n minus 1 plus q beta की power n minus 1, further minus p alpha की power n minus 2 plus q beta की power n minus 2. Okay, this should all be equal to 0, but this is what? an, and this is what? When I move it that side, it is an minus 1 plus an minus 2. Okay, similarly so a11 will be what? A11 will be an minus 1 means 10 plus 12, a12, they are asking a12, a10 plus a12 plus a12. Okay, so which is the option? So second is the answer. So second is the answer. Okay, this was the concept which is used in this problem. Okay, so second is the answer. Now the second question from this comprehension is as follow. The second question is, if a4, okay, a4 is 28, then p plus 2q is equal to what? Okay, now they are telling us to find this value. Now we know we can find alpha and beta because we know the equation. So let's just try to find alpha and beta. So x is what? 1 plus minus under root 1 square minus 4, okay, under root 5 upon 2, we got this value. Now let alpha is equals to 1, I don't know, I'm just taking it alpha and this is taking as beta. Okay, I don't have any idea. Okay, now what is a4? A4 is p alpha की power 4 plus q beta की power 4, right? So I can put the value which will be p 1 minus under root 5 की power 4 upon 2 की power 4 plus q into 1 plus under root 5 upon 4 upon, so p plus and upon 2 की power 4 here also. Now let's just get this value. Okay, let's just modify 1. I can write 1 minus under root 5 the whole square as like this, which when I expand I get 1 minus 2 under root 5 plus 5, which gives me 6 minus 2 under root 5 the whole square. Okay. Okay, so we are done with this. Similarly 1 plus under root 5 the whole square, when 1 plus will be 1 plus 2 under root 5 plus So this is 5. Okay, so we are getting 6 plus 2 under root 5 the whole square. Okay, now let's put it this value here. So p into 6 minus 2 under root 5 the whole square upon 2 की power 4 plus q and upon 2 की power 4 into 6 plus 2 under root 5 the whole square. If I bring 2 here outside, I will get 4, which will bring 3 minus under root 5 the whole square upon 2 की power 2 plus q upon 2 की power 2 into 3 plus 3 minus 5 3 plus under root the whole square. Now let's open this. This will give me p into, let's open this. This will be 9 minus 2 under root 6. 2 3 is 6, 5 plus 5. And so I got this value. This is what? This is 3 minus under root 5 the whole square. So which will lead me 14 minus 6 under root 5. Similarly here will occur, it will be 14 plus 6 under root 5. So now let's take another page and solve. So 5 plus, so this two value we got. Let's put this value. Again let me take the next page. So what we had, p square is 14 plus 6 under root 5 upon 2 square plus here we have q into, this will be minus, and here will be 14 plus 6 under root 5 upon 2 square. If I bring 2 out, we have p, this 2 will cancel out, 7 minus 3 under root 5 plus q into 7 plus 6 under root 3 under root 5 and here only 2 will be left. And here we have what? A4 value is given. A4 value, let me get the question paper. A4 value is given as 21. So we will put here 21. When we multiply 2 by 21, what we get? 21, no, sorry, 28. What I am doing, 28. So when we multiply, what I get? 56 is equals to p into 7 minus 3 under root 5 plus q into 7 plus 3 under root 5. Now here it is let's simplify this. 7p minus 3 under root 5p plus 7q plus 3 under root 5q. Now if we have p plus q minus 3 under root 5 let's take this out, then I have q minus p. Now is equal to 56. Now when this thing will be equal, when this irrational term, this will be rational because these two are rational, and rational into rational is rational, plus irrational into rational will be irrational, means the whole thing will be rational. So if this term becomes 0, then it will become rational. So 3 into under root 5 into q minus p should be equal to 0, which will give me q is equals to p. So when q is equals to p, see what we have. 56 is equals to 7 into 2p which gives me 8 by 2. So p is equals to 4. So p is equals to q is equals to 4. Now what we needed to find? We needed to find p plus 2q. So p plus 2q is nothing but 4 plus 2 into 4, which is 4 plus 4 to 8, which is 12. So 4. So 4 is the answer. 4 is the answer. So today we end our quadratic. Today we end our quadratic, and the two questions which are left, I will complete those two questions, means one comprehension and one is JEE Mains question previous year. These involve sequence series. When we are finished with the sequence series, we will surely do that. Then till then, take care, and we will see you in sequence and series. Bye. Sequence series will be much bigger than this. It is bigger chapter than this. So be prepared. You do problem, because problem solving is more important than because nobody can teach you whole things, but problems can teach you more than what. So let's see you in the next chapter. Till then, take